Okay, oops. Lots of problems here with my camera. Okay, so the first card we have for you is awareness. So you guys might be thinking a lot about realization. You might be having realizations that you're coming out of a time or a situation, or just a time in your life, or a situation where you're realizing and you're having some profound awareness about your shadow side. You're like realizing that you are coming and growing and evolving from a way that you used to be. So you might be seeing things in a different way, and it's making you feel really good. It's making you feel alive. It's making you feel free, because you're realizing, oh, I used to do things that way, or I didn't like this about myself, or I was acting this way in this situation. And now you're like, no, I don't have to be like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't, I want to evolve. I want to change. You're becoming aware. When we become aware of something, right? Then we can change it. Then we can grow. And that's what you guys might be thinking. You might be thinking about expanding and evolving and growing from a situation, or in a situation, or just in your life in general. And the next card we have is rebirth. So you guys might be feeling and acting out in a way right now that you normally haven't been doing. You might be having some major inner strength that is coming from this awareness, because once we are aware of something, it does give us a confidence. It does give us a new sense of being. It gives us a new strength within ourselves that we were not aware of before. Because see, this shadow, you were in a shadow and you weren't realizing your potential, or you weren't realizing who you really were, or what you could become, or what choices you had. And now you're realizing that, and it's making you feel alive. It's giving you some huge amount of strength and ability to do and be and act in ways that you haven't been able to act before. So you're seeming to wow. Okay, and so you're also, so this is also it must be making you come out of a time where you felt depressed, or you felt numb, or you felt bored, or you really felt blah, like your life was just so boring and not going you weren't living life. Maybe you didn't feel alive. You didn't feel like you were living. Like we all want to live at each moment, right? And feeling and acting and as if it's, our last day on earth, in a sense. We like to live each moment and enjoy and savor it. And it looks like you're coming out of a time where you weren't able to really savor or be grateful for, or enjoy something with it. It could be a circumstance in your life, or all just in general. But I see that you're coming alive. You're starting to see color. You're starting to see that there is life, that you can enjoy life, that there is a new world out there. You can start new. You can feel good again. So you guys, this epiphany, this awareness, this rebirth, and all this encouragement is really making you feel amazing. You're really starting to want to live again in a different, new way. And then we have the card of totality. This is a card of trust and faith in others and in yourself and in the universe. This could have to do with your foundation, your home, something solid, a work situation, a home situation, or just in general relationships even. But, if you could see on the swing, there's one person holding another, and then the other is holding another. So there's three people, and each person is holding the other person, right? And they're carrying them onto the new path, or the new upward movement. And if one person drops the other person's hand, or then that person's going to fall, and then the other person's going to fall, and they're all going to fall. So they really, really are relying on one another in faith and trust. And that trust and faith and working together is creating a beautiful, harmonious, beautiful piece of work. So you guys might be feeling that the universe has your back, and that you are supported by the universe. You are supported, and people in your life are maybe even supporting you. Or it's just a spiritual awakening, as far as, really feeling that your life is supporting you, because you're becoming aware. You're being able to live your life and have that beautiful support. So onto your main reading here, we have the Hierophant. The Hermit. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. This is the Hermit, and there might be a part of you that's going inside. It's taking some time to go within, or somebody in your life is doing this. It could be a Virgo or earth sign. It could be a Virgo, Capricorn, well, it's mainly probably, if it's not a Virgo, it could be just you. But there is somebody that's wanting to really go within and find the answers in themselves, opposed to going outward. They want to go inward, and they want to take some time to really go within and make sure that they're thinking and using their inner voice, their inner mind. And that's where we do get the wisdom and the awareness, is when going within, that's where we find these magical moments, these epiphanies, these guidance from our inner self, our inner wisdom, our higher self. And that's what you're going to possibly be doing. And that's possibly what you've been doing. And that's where you're going to get all your insight, all your wisdom, is definitely meditating, going in. Okay, so the main energy for your reading is the Two of Pentacles. So you might be needing to make a decision about something, a person, place, or thing. At this point, I don't know, so we'll pull more cards. But there is a decision that needs to be made, or that you want to make. If it doesn't have to do with making a decision, this has to do with balancing, that you're balancing your life in a beautiful way. You're able to manage your life now in a way where you can manage things that's now things are very harmonious. They're very harmonious, and everything's at ease, and you're able to manage people, places, and things to where your life feels good. It feels managed. It feels balanced. All right. So the next card we have is the Nine of Wands. And this is the 10 of Wands. This is somebody who is blocked. They're so blocked. They're exhausted. They've taken on way too much at this point. So this is you or somebody else in the situation. This person has taken on a lot in their life or in a situation. So Sagittarius, if you have taken on a lot of burden, a lot of problems, a lot of responsibility from somebody else, or you took on your own extreme responsibilities, it seems to be blocking you at this point. It seems to be like, by taking on all the responsibility, you were probably trying to do the right thing for yourself and others. But at this point now, it's gotten to the point where it's possibly blocking you and doing the opposite. It's not helping you possibly anymore. You might be feeling the weight that it's too heavy at this point. So the advice here is to take a break if you can. Make sure that you're going and meditating. This is a very good card for advice for this. It is important to go within. It is important to see, what are we carrying on that we can let go of? What is it that, why are we feeling blocked and bogged down? Because there is a reason you're feeling this. If this is you, Sagittarius, that's feeling this, there is a reason for it, and the reason needs to be unveiled. It needs to be put aside, because maybe there are things you can let go of at this point that you're not aware of. But it looks like you're getting some insight, and you're going to get some awareness. So keep going forward, keep going on. You're doing really good. You're holding a lot. You're doing a lot. But take a break to meditate and see what it is that you can let go of, so you don't have to feel overwhelmed. So right now you're definitely wanting some change in your life. I see that. This card is definitely saying that you do want some change in your life for sure. And you're going to be possibly getting it, I see, because, you can't continue to go on like this. This is too much. So it's time for you to make a change, so you don't have to continue to be blocked and to take on so much responsibility. And with all this wisdom and knowledge and awareness that you're getting right now, epiphanies, it looks like you're going to be getting that through your meditation. And so you will be able to make some changes. They may be uncomfortable a tad or disruptive, because you might realize, wow, I'm going to have to make some changes that are going to be a little bit disruptive or uncomfortable. But in the long run, that that's what's needed in order to make the change. So some of you may be having to make some drastic changes, or somewhat that feel kind of drastic to you. You know what I mean? That are like a little bit disruptive. In the past, you had the Judgment. You have the Judgment card. So in the recent past, this is your epiphany. This is your calling. It looks like you've already had this awakening, this awareness, this ability to realize that you might be getting some insight and awareness that you do need to. You're being called to make a change in your life for sure. So you already are aware of this change and you want change in your life, and you feel the security within yourself, your intuition, and you're following your heart. So you are prepared. You are ready for this change. It's not going to be a big deal for you. You're welcoming any disruption and anything you need to do to change. You're willing to do it because you know that there's something greater on the other side. Something's calling you. Something's telling you that it's okay and it's time. This is fantastic, Sagittarius. We have the Temperance card in reverse, so there may be a need for balance right now. You're going to be possibly needing to balance your life, to be getting, you might need to be balancing your emotions. Again, it's kind of, you have the Two of Pentacles here, which also has to do with balance, managing, making a decision, just that really nice balance. Okay. So you guys are definitely, working on that. It looks like you're working on balancing also, maybe not necessarily just your life, but your emotions as well. And giving yourself the patience again, instead of rushing and hurrying. I know you want change really bad. You're being called to make some change. And it's a positive calling. So you might be excited and, wanting to move forward, but take your time. It's okay. Have some patience and allow yourself to be okay with any time that you need. Take the time that you need, which is balancing your emotions. Because one minute you might feel, one way, because in the midst of change, our feelings do change, our emotions change, things get a little bit hectic. And that's just normal when anything in our life is, we're making some changes. So give yourself some time, you guys, and don't be hard on yourself, and allow yourself to feel patience, allow yourself to be patient with yourself and others, but mainly yourself. It's okay. Okay. And the next card we have is the World in reverse. So you're kind of looking at your situation right now where you know that you're needing to end something, and it's like it's being postponed, and it could be having something to do with our retrograde is coming up here. So, I think we're in the pre-shadow stages of the retrograde. So I think it starts in the 20th or something like that. But sometimes things get postponed during that time. So this could have something to do with retrograde, but it appears that you're hesitating to end something in your life, or it's being hesitated. There's a small amount of something that needs to be done, an action that needs to be taken, or a decision that needs to be made. And once you guys do that, you will then finally start to close that chapter and start the new one that's coming, because I see some major change going on for you. So just be patient, guys. And if there's somebody else involved in this situation, anybody that's around you, they may be coming out of a time of loss. Maybe they were involved in something to do with you, and they lost their job, or they lost out on a relationship, or they felt they lost out, or they felt alone. They're no longer feeling alone anymore. So whatever it is that you're doing is helping them, or they're seeing it in a way where this is a good situation. This change that you're going through or that you're planning, it's going to be good for them as well. They're seeing it as a very positive thing, that maybe you're going to be able to recover something that they lost. They may be recovering a job. They may be recovering a relationship. They may be recovering independence and feeling confident. But somebody is around you, and they seem to be recovering, coming out of a time where they did feel alone. Maybe they're coming with you on this new journey. Maybe they're helping you, and it's helping them by helping you. And the next card we have is the Ace of Cups. This is something that you're hoping for. You're hoping for a beautiful, peaceful, pure feeling of love within your heart, within your body, within your soul. You want to feel fulfilled with love and joy and happiness and peace. And this is exactly what this card is. This card is it's being so content and overflowing with love and joy. And it's very spiritual love, because it's almost like that Holy Spirit, or the spirit of what love is. It's kind of that self-love and the love for the universe and all. So it's kind of like being so overly overflowed with happiness and joy that you're able to actually feel it and then share it with others. And maybe that's why, maybe you are going to be sharing it with this person, because maybe you're helping this person come out of a time of loss, come out of a time of isolation, a time of being, maybe you're helping somebody recover from something. And it might make you very happy, or maybe they're coming out of the isolation and coming back into your life to make up for it, or to recover what was lost between the two of you. So you're hoping for this beautiful, peaceful, amazing love to come into your life. And the next card we have is the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords tells me that you guys have been in you or somebody else has been in a situation where you have really, really felt lied to, deceived, trapped by your own emotions. You feel that you were unable to control, be aware of things that have been going on around you. And because you were not aware of this, you found yourself blocked. You found yourself wondering, how did I get here? How did this happen to me? Why am I in this situation? Why do I feel trapped? Why can't I get out of this situation? Why do I feel all of a sudden it's all combining and happening to you all at once? I think there's a part of you, Sagittarius, that knows why. You know how you got here. I think there's a part of you that knows now that you maybe deceived yourself. You deceived yourself by accident. When I say accident, I mean you might have been taking on or ignoring emotions, okay, between yourself and others that you should have been addressing, but you ignored them. So when you ignore them, they come up, emotions and feelings, thoughts that we don't speak outwardly, okay? We just hide those emotions and hide them down, stuff them down because we don't want to deal with them. They end up building up and up and up. That's a form of deception because we're deceiving ourselves and then we're also deceiving other people. So it is a form of deception, but it could be you and somebody else, both of you combined, other people deceiving you. But it's also a form of you allowing them to deceive you, because we all have control. It's just a matter of us acknowledging it, right? We have to be aware. And it looks like you're now becoming very aware of what has caused you to become trapped, okay, in a situation. What's caused you to be bound? What's caused you to feel totally out of control with your own emotions? And now I think you're realizing, now you're realizing, I need to pay attention to this. I need to not let this happen again. I need to now unwind what's happened. So I think you're going to be taking the time right now to go within, to do just that. You're going to go within and you're going to find the love within yourself, because this is not self-love. This is self-torture. I call it self-torture because it's invisible. This is our emotions, this is not being physically trapped, although it can physically trap us for sure in situations, but this is emotion. So you're emotionally needing to recognize within yourself that you do have a choice. You do have a choice. You do have an option. You don't have to hide your emotions. You don't have to hide your voice. You can recognize it when it comes up, okay? Not always can we do that, right? Sometimes we don't acknowledge it until it's too late, and that's what's happened. It's become too late in a sense where it's never too late, obviously, to change, but it's became too late to where now you're having to pay attention opposed to prior. So I think once you guys untie each and every little, bandage here, and you're starting to realize, I did that to myself. I did that. I let this person do that, control me here, control me there, control me this way, that way, that way. And this could happen in many areas of our lives, from relationships to work to family to anything. And you're so excited for this change. You guys want so badly to change your life because you are coming to a realization. You've taken on too much physically and mentally at this point. And you know that it's time to change. You know that this is the point in your life, pivotal point, where you need to go in now and start listening to who you are. You need to start standing up for yourself. You need to start. The main thing about this card is recognition. And it looks like you're doing that. You're going to be recognizing the shadow side of you that has allowed these manipulations, these lies, these, tantrums or whatever people have put upon you, guilt, that's caused you and trapped you now. Because it's not yours to take on other people's things. We can help people for sure, but we can't. It's not up to us to give so much of our soul that we're now trapped. It's time for us to, it's time for you guys to unwind and realize. So the most important thing is here is awareness. So as soon as you're aware of each and every thing that, or maybe it's just one thing you need to realize how you got to this place, you're going to be easily able to unwrap yourself from the binds here, and take off the blindfold. You're going to be able to see clear and realize, wow, I didn't realize I was doing that, but now you're realizing it, and you're going to be able to. I think this is why you're getting a calling. There's some calling that you received in the recent past that's allowing you, or something around you is happening to where it's forcing you now to realize, to be aware, to have a rebirth, to no longer be trapped and bored and blah. You're going to be able to be alive now, because once you have control, this is being out of control. Once you have control, you now can be the ruler of your life. You now can be the ruler of yourself. There's nothing more empowering than to be able to do that, because in the future, you'll be able to recognize these little tiny things that you're pushing down within yourself, that you're not paying attention to, and you'll be able to stop it for the future, for it happening in the future. Okay, so the outcome here, oh my gosh, is the Ace of Wands. You guys have a beautiful outcome. So all this change going on with you, all this beautiful change, is going to lead you to a brand new brand passion, a new desire, a new forward movement. All you have to do, you guys, is take the action and go for it. So this is going to be presented to you by the end of this month. I'm really excited for you. It's something that you have a lot of passion for. It could be a relationship, because it looks like, you did have some kind of, maybe a breakup, maybe you had a breakup with somebody. They were feeling really left out in the cold, but they're starting to feel good again. Maybe you're going to have a rekindlation. I don't know. But this is something new. This is something brand new. It's a brand new project, job, relationship, a very passionate relationship. Super happy for you guys. So you guys have gone through a lot, and you're going to continue to wrap up the end of something. You need to make a decision and balance something here, and you're going to be fine. You guys are going to be absolutely fine. Keep moving forward until this is going to happen for you. If you keep doing the work, you're going to get this. This is just like a gift from the universe. It's just going to happen for you. It's not something that you have to find or search. It's just going to happen for you because you deserve it. The universe is giving you a gift, okay? It's a gift of a new passion and a new insight, a new direction, a new job, a new something. And all you have to do is say yes and then go for it.